Perennial gold medal favorites in Olympic team curling. The best Canada can now hope for at the Pyeongchang Winter Games is a solitary bronze. John Shuster of the United States beat Calgary's Kevin Koe 5-3 in the men's semifinal Thursday, busting open a chess match between the North American rinks with a steal of 2 in the eighth end. Canada came to South Korea having won 3 straight Olympic gold medals in men's curling, and had never failed to reach the final since the sport was reintroduced 20 years ago. Story continues below advertisement. It's hugely disappointing, Koe said. What more can you say? You don't have to say much else. Quote, Canada's latest setback at Gangneung Curling Centre came on the heels of Rachel Homan's inability to even reach the playoff round, the first time the country has failed to medal in the women's draw. John Morris and Caitlin Lawes did win gold for Canada in mixed doubles, which made its Olympic debut in Pyeongchang last week. The American men will now take on Nicholas Eden in Saturday's final after Sweden downed Switzerland's Peter de Cruz 9-3 in 8 ends in the other semi. The bronze medal game between Canada and the Swiss goes Friday. Shuster, 91%. Third Tyler George, 83%. Second Matt Hamilton, 89%. And lead John Landsteiner, 86%. Outcurled Koe, 85%. Mark Kennedy, 80%. Second Brent Lawing, 78%. And lead Ben Hebert, 84%. At every position Thursday, still, the Canadians felt in control, tied 2-2 in the eighth end until the U.S. stole 2. Koe hit the guard with his first rock before a follow-up draw fell way short, allowing the Americans to take a 4-2 lead. Story continues below advertisement. Story continues below advertisement. If my first rock doesn't rub and we get by, we're probably getting 2, said Koe, who lost 8-6 to Switzerland in the round robin. We weren't really in trouble that end at all. That's kind of what's frustrating. Quote, holding the hammer in the ninth, Canada was looking to score 2 with a tap back, but had to settle for 1 after Koe's last rock rolled out to trail 4-3. The Americans held the hammer in the 10th, and secured their gold medal berth when Shuster hit and stuck for the win. You play a game that comes down to millimeters, Kennedy said. It's a really expletive hard game at this level. Right. You're playing guys that are playing really well. You're not going to win every game. That's just the way it is. Sorry about the F-bomb. Quote, competing at his 4th Olympics, Shuster was 1-9 against Koe before this season in all competitions, but has since ripped off 3 straight wins. Story continues below advertisement. There's just a lot of parity and you're seeing the field from top to bottom be better than it's ever been, said the 2006 Olympic bronze medalist. Everybody keeps raising the bar. Quote, Canada had combined for 10 medals, 5 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze, in team curling heading into Pyeongchang. But Kennedy said anyone paying attention to the sport internationally knows other countries have closed the gap. It's overplayed that Canada's a favorite. He said, we come from a rich history of curling where we won everything. And that's not the way it is anymore. This is the new normal for Canada. And people need to get used to that. Canada will be fine. We've still got the best curlers in the world. When it comes down to one game here and there, it happens. Quote, at the opposite end of Gangneung Olympic Park from where the U.S. women's hockey team beat Canada 3-2 for gold in a shootout hours earlier. Chants of USA, USA started inside the curling rink 20 minutes before the first rock was thrown. Canadian ice dance gold medalist Scott Moir, who made an impression at the hockey final with his energetic cheering, was in attendance once again with a beer in hand but was much less demonstrative. After blanking the first end, the teams traded points for a 2-2 tie after 5 before also blanking the 6th and 7th. That's when Schuster pounced on Koe's mistake in the 8th to grab hold of the game. "I'm not disappointed in our effort," Kennedy said. "We played our asses off all week to get in the semifinal. We ran into a hot skip. This isn't the end of the world. It's a sport that we love. And sometimes you're on the losing end." Quote, Koe's team wrapped up the preliminary round at 6-3. Just behind Sweden, 7-2, to secure a spot in the semifinals. The Canadians won 4 straight to open the tournament before dropping 3 in a row, including a 9-7 loss to the U.S. 5-4. But they rebounded to wrap up the round-robin with back-to-back victories, including Wednesday's 8-3 victory over Denmark, the team they beat for the 2016 world title. Now their attention turns to salvaging a spot on an Olympic podium. "We don't want to go home empty-handed," Koe said. "As much as this sucks right now, if we can come out and play well and win Friday, and go home with a medal, that'll help take some of the sting off it." Quote,